Hey guys, what's up? Wow, my mom can hear me in Israel. I'm Shilo, a software engineer from Israel. Been working at Wix for the past 1 year and a half. We have a site here in Kiev, actually. And today in my talk, I'm going to show you how I reflect an application to a remote browser in 30 minutes only. Meet Noodle, he's my dog. This pic was taken on the age of 7 weeks. Now he grew up to be a beast. Right? So we're going to build a simple yet elegant tool that will help us to understand how the user interacts with our app. We're going to talk about why we need it, how we're going to build it, and we're going to do it by live coding. I love this part. So, wait a minute. Why we need it? We want to keep our users happy. What's going on here? OK, why we need it? We want to keep our users happy. And in order to keep our users happy, we have to make our product awesome. And for that, optimization must be done. You really need to see what the customer experience is from end to end. So you have to understand what makes users angry, what's taking longer, what's moving quickly, and to be really able to identify what is the pain points in their experience. The second reason of why we need it is that BI events give us the macro. Who knows what is a BI event? In the raise of a hand? No one. So for the sake of the developers who don't know what is a BI event, I will explain it in 2 sentences. BI event is an event that we send in almost every action user perform, such as click on a button, scroll down, etc., etc. And with that information, we can predict how the user interact with our app. BI events give us only the macro. It's pretty hard to understand from data tables how the user behaved and what was the user experience in our app. So it's not good enough for us. We use it a lot at Wix, BI events. So now we're going to watch 2 sessions of real users at Wix that we record. And we can see from these sessions what is the problems. So on the right side, we can see the user's actions, OK? And in the middle of the screen, we can see the sessions. I will explain the sessions. So this is a simple user that just want to buy a premium package. So he goes over the flow. And then he clicks on the Submit Purchase button. In a second, click. Now he click. The user didn't notice the huge loader in the middle of the screen. So he keep clicking. You can see on the right side, he keep clicking on the button. The user gets angry because he wants to pay, but he didn't see the loader. A solution for this would put a dark background or disable the button after 1 click. The second session that I want to show you is a user that just want to upload an image to his website. So he goes over the flow again. This is the media gallery application that we have. He clicks on the upload media. And then he clicks on upload files. But this is a placeholder. It's not a button. So he keeps clicking. We're going to see it again. He keeps clicking and keeps clicking, but nothing happened. After we saw it, we changed it to a real button that do something. So now we're going to talk about how we're going to build it. We're going to listen to DOM events and use mutation observer interface, which provide us the ability to watch for changes being made on the DOM. In a matter of fact, we're not going to use mutation observer interface directly, but to use an abstraction on top of it called mutation summary, which summarizes all the events that really happened in the DOM tree. Then we're going to pass it through the client app, through WebSocket, to the mirror screen. All right. So what do we say about writing some code? We're going to start by a small question. Who been in Tel Aviv? Okay. You deserve a duck. Okay, let's start. Wait a minute. Tina Nai. So first of all, we're going to see the end result. Okay? So on the left side, we can see the basic app that we want to mirror. On the right side, we have a client that's waiting for the mirror. All the action that I'm going to do on the left side, and you will see the projection on the right side. This is where we're going to be at the end of the talk. So I'm going to refresh this. And then when the client was connected, I'm going to see it on the right side. I'm going to move. Wait a minute. Refresh this. Refresh again. Cool. So you can see the cursor moving. When I'm clicking, you can see an animation. We scroll down. We switch colors. And I can change also the text. Yay. And if I will add a div, the div will be added. This is where we're going to get at the end of the screen. It's pretty simple. OK, let's make it happen. So let's start by going to the initial state branch. I'm going to show you all the stuff. So we have the client. This is the client this is the script that will run on the application that we want to mirror. We have a server. This is a basic Express server with WebSocket open between the client and the mirror. Okay, you're going to see Express server, WebSocket server. On message, I'm sending it to the mirror. It's naive solution, only one-way direction, but it's for the sake of the simplicity. And this is the mirror that we're going to project everything to. All right? So let's start by connecting the WebSocket. Here I'm going to get WebSocket address. I'm going to create WebSocket instance in the client. I'm going to provide it the WebSocket address. And then what I'm going to do, I have a method called onOpen. It's a callback when the socket is open. And I will console log client was connected successfully to WebSocket. I'm going to extract it to a method. WebStorm, help me, please. Cool. And on the index file, I'm going to pass the WebSocket URI, WebSocket localhost client. I'm going to back here, take this message, because I'm a lazy developer, and go to the main, and connect it here. I'm going to change it to Miro. OK. I think it should work now. Let's refresh here, and I'm going to see client who was connected successfully, and mirror was connected successfully. Next question, who used Windows for development? You deserve a debugging bug. OK. So next thing I want to do is start by the basic event. On mouse move, we will project the mouse move. So we will go to the client. Here I'm going to add event listener, document. Oh, it's pretty hard to do live coding in front of you guys. Mouse move. I'm going to take the event here, and from the event I'm going to take the page X and the page Y. So let's start by console log it. That we're going to see that it's working. Let's refresh it. And yeah, oh, what happened? Page X. Yeah, we're good. So now, I'm gonna send the event to the mirror. It will be pretty simple. Let's start by destruct the page X and the page Y. What's going on? And with the WebSocket instance, before I'm gonna send something through the WebSocket, I need to check that the WebSocket is open. So I have something called, on the WebSocket instance, called ready state. And if it equals to 1, it means that the WebSocket is open. So I will create a util method called isWebSocketConnected. And this will return this one. Okay. So I'm going to check if the WebSocket is connected. On the WebSocket instance, I have a method called send. And the send gets a buffer, blob, or string. So I will stringify the page X and the page Y. And it would send it to the mirror. Now I'm going to get back to the mirror. And on the mirror, I have a method called onMessage. And every message of WebSocket, I have on the payload something called data. The data is the data that's been passed on the WebSocket. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to parse it. And I'm going to take the page X and the page Y from the data. OK? Now I just want to print it. Let's take this, copy it, and oh, what's going on here? Let's go here, and it's working. Yay. I can see the coordinates on the right side. Woo! Thank you. So the next step that I want to do, it's irrelevant for me because I want to see the cursor moves. So I have a magic function that puts a cursor element on the body. Pretty simple. Take an image, put it on the body. Let's see now that, oh, sorry. You can see the image cursor on the top left. Now I want to move it because it will be irrelevant. So let's take the cursor. This function returns the DOM element. And we will do it in a naive way. We're just going to move it, this cursor, dot style, dot top. Should be, what do you think? Page Y or X? Y. Who said Y? You deserve a duck, my friend. Page Y. And I'm going to duplicate it because I'm a lazy developer, and it's OK. And, OK, sorry. And it moves. Yay. Working. So the next thing that I want to do, after we have this amazing cursor moving, I want to listen to click event. So we're going to do it, first of all, by refactoring the code, because I love to refactor. I'm going to have a function called init event handlers. That's what it does. Help me, please. WebStorm, thank you. Take this. I'm going to put it here. And here I'm going to take this function. And I'm going to create a new method called sendMessage. OK. Here I'm going to get the message. And I will send the message here. Great. I'm going to check that it's working. Everything should work, in my opinion. Let's see. Yeah, it's working. We will continue to refactor. We're going to take this method, and we're going to create a new function called handle mouse move. OK, and here we're going to put handle mouse move. Let's see that it's working. I'm going to check every step. All right, so it's moving. And now, because I have multiple events types, I need to generalize the event. What do I mean? On the mouse move, I'm going to create message type. It will look like this, with type, event, and event data. That should be page X and page Y. Here I'm going to send the message. Now it won't work because the mirror doesn't know what is type and nothing, so I need to refactor also the mirror. We will do it in a second. Here I'm going to take type, what's going on, and event data. We're going to take here page X, page Y. I'm not going to need even the JSON parse. And I think it should work. Let's see. Yes, it's working. So now I'm going to create new event dispatcher. You will understand in a second what is it. From the name, you can understand. Dispatcher. I wrote it right? Yeah. And the mouse event should take event data and use it like this. I'm going to take this logic and move it here. Yay. So here I'm going to check if I have the type on the event dispatcher. I'm going to invoke it with the parameters. Event data. Else, I have, sorry, type. We're not supporting this type of the event. Okay. What do you think? It should work? God help me. Please work. Yay, it's working. Yes. So the next thing I want to do after this huge refactor, I'm going to go to the client and add event listener to the mouse. So I just duplicated it. And I'm doing handle click. Okay. Go in here, handle click. On the click, I'm going to take the client X and the client Y. And now I can create a new message with click event and client X, client Y. Don't forget to send the message, because I had like one time that I didn't send the message, and like 15 minutes I'm debugging it, and I can't, what? It's not working. I forgot to send the message, so don't forget to send the message. Okay, now it won't work, but if I'm going to do a click, we're not supporting click event. So it will be easy to go to the mirror, okay, and on click event, we're going to do handle click. WebStorm, please help me and create a function. Thank you very much. I'm going to take the client X and the client Y. And here I'm going to use magic. You're going to see the magic in a second. I have util function that simulate click on the screen. What it does, it creates an element. I will show you in a second. Okay, let's just see that it's working. It's working. Yes, we have a click. I'm going to show you in a second what is the click event. How do I simulate? This is the util. I have few functions over here. You can see the function, the click function. It creates an element, add effect. When the animation ends, I'm going to remove this div. So it's pretty easy. This is the create cursor. Just take an image from the asset and put it on the on the DOM tree. So, with your permission, I will jump to the event of the scroll, okay? I don't want to bore you, so we will jump in to the scroll. It's the same as we did. So if we go to here, we can see that it's still working, and the scroll, you can see the scroll on the right side, that it's working. You see? Yeah, we're good? So we passed another step. Who used Vim to develop? Oh, man. Oh, sorry. We're not good in Israel to throw things. So, okay. So the next thing that I want to do, I want to start serializing DOM changes. Now I'm going to use the mutation summary, okay? So I'm going to serialize changes being made to the DOM, and I'm going to pass it with the WebSocket to the mirror. So the next step that we want to do is go to the client, and we're going to use a library called DOM Tree Serializer. DOM Tree Serializer is a library that I published to NPM. I took the good parts from mutation summary and took the serializer to an NPM package. So this package, what it does, it takes all the stuff from mutation summary, it listens to changes and the DOM in it, okay, and creates an array of changes that really happen to the DOM. We will see it in a second. So I'm going to import it. Serializer. It's all the time it's hard for me. From DOM Tree Serializer, but I won't do a snippet for it. And here, after the WebSocket is open, I'm going to console log, of course, and I'm going to create a new instance of DOM Tree Serializer, new DOM Tree Serializer. The first argument is the document. The second argument will be object that have two functions in it. The initialize function that get invoked when the DOM get initiated, and apply changed, okay? Apply changed is a function that get invoked every time the DOM is being changed. So we're gonna do initialize, and we're gonna do, apply changed. Here I'm just gonna log changed. And here I'm getting two arguments, root ID and children. Root ID is the ID of the first element being serialized in the DOM. And the second parameter is the children. The children is the object, the DOM, being serialized by this library. We're going to see it in a second. I'm going to just log it. So now I'm going to refresh. Okay. No, it's okay. Oh, you're right. I won't do a snippet for it. Serializer. I'm going to win this. Okay, cool. So you can see on the log. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. This is the root ID, the ID of the first element being serialized by this library. And the second is the DOM tree serialized. Okay, we can see an object with the first tag, HTML, and the nodes, head, text content, and body, yada, yada, yada. You can take, after every DOM you have, use my library and serialize every DOM tree you want. So we will take it, and we're not going to log it because it's boring. We're going to create new message with the type of DOM in it, and root ID, and children. And we won't forget to send it, because we talked about it. Pretty easy. So we will go to the main, and we add a subscriber for it. So here, I'm going to do DOM init, handle DOM init, but we need to write the D-serializer, because we have a serializer, and we need a D-serializer to translate So we're going to write it together. I'm going to create a new file called Dom 3D Serializer. Yeah, it's pretty hard for me. So we're going to write it from scratch. Are you ready? Dom 3D Serializer. Wow, I'm writing fast. Wow, 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 light speed. We are good in Israel. Okay, so we're going to import it. And close it, go to the main. And here, I want to initiate it. Dom 3D Serializer, new Dom 3. Ah, thank you very much, WebStorm. And here the same. I'm going to take the document and the delegator. The delegator is a middleware to the create element. I'm going to write the delegator. Okay, I wrote it. So the delegator take a create element, check if it's a script. If it's a script, we will create a no script, and we put it as a display none because we don't want any script to run on the mirror. We don't want it. We want it to be pure, just the DOM changes, okay? So here we're good, and after it, handle DOM init will basically take the root ID and the children. So basically what we're going to do here is to take the new DOM that we got, reset our DOM, because we can't put DOM on DOM. We need to erase all of our DOM and build the new DOM from the object being serialized. You with me? Yeah, you with me? All right. Wake up, guys. We're just on the start. No, just kidding. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to create a magic function, reset DOM. This function removes recursively all the DOM elements in the DOM tree. So after I reset the DOM, I'm going to use the DOM tree deserializer. And you guessed right, I have initialized as the deserializer because he knows how to handle this object, okay? And I'm going to put the root ID and the children inside. The next thing that I want to do, I want to insert my CSS because I want to move the cursor and I want you to show the clicks. So I'm going to insert the CSS. If you want, after you can see the utils method on my GitHub, okay? I will send you all the GitHub repo. And I'm going to put the cursor after the new DOM being initialized. So again, this should work. Okay, are you ready? It never works. Let's hope that it will work now. Okay, you ready? So after I'm going to refresh the left side, I hope that we will see it on the right side. I really hope. Wait a minute. No, just a second. You ready? Yes, it's working. First time it's working. Yes, first time. Okay. I have another Rabin DAC, but I didn't think about the question. Okay, you got it, man. You got it. You are brave. I love it. So next thing that I want to do, I want to take the changes that really happened to the left side and send it to the right side. So I'm going to go to here, go to the client, and on the apply change, I have 4 arguments that I'm getting for this library. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm getting an array of removed DOMs, DOM element that happened, added or moved DOM elements, attribute changes, and text changes. So here I'm going to, you guessed right. I'm going to send it to the mirror, okay? So I'm going to, the type would be DOM change. And what do you think will be the arguments? The first answer, we get a duck. The last duck. So you need to tell me? No. Sorry? What Karik? What's going to be, what I'm going to pass to this function? Who said all of this? But you got it, Dak, man. Okay, no. So, wait. You're right. What is this? Is Dima? No. You're probably a Dima. Okay, take. Okay, nice catch, man. Give him applause, right? He's good. You should play football, man. So, I'm gonna send, you guessed right. I'm gonna send this. And I'm gonna send the message, of course. All right, let's go to the main. And this serialize it, create DOM change. Yay. Handle DOM change. Create a function. Removed, moved, add or removed attributes in text. And here, I'm going to take the Serializer, and I have applied change that takes all of the change that really happened to the DOM. Okay? You know what? I'm going to show you what we will print, how it looks like before. So I'm going to see the changes that, okay, when I switch colors, we will see the changes that happen to the DOM. Okay? So we can see that no removed elements, no added or removed elements, but here we can see two attribute changes. We're going to see it, how it looks like. The first change is the ID of the DOM node with ID 19. The attribute class box, that will change. It will change to box blue background. I don't see colors, it's purple. So I write blue background. I'm sorry. It was a joke. I see. Okay. So I'm going to take these parameters, and I'm going to use the Serializer applying change, and I'm going to give it all the arguments. So that should work. I'm going to refresh it, and it will work. Okay, it's working. So the scroll is working, as you see. The cursor is moving. Are you ready to switch colors? Are you ready? Yeah. Switch colors! Yes! And I'm going to write here the text, and the text is being changed over here. And I'm going to add a div. The div was added. Yes. So we took everything that's being made to the left side, and we mirrored it to the right side. How long it took me? Like 20 minutes? That's all. I don't have another DAX, but I have the last question I want to ask you is, why when I write text on the left side, I can't see it on the right side? Who knows? If you know the answer, I will give you 2 DAX and a hug. Yes. What's your name? Dima. Let's say Dima. Okay. It's actually a DOM. This is a DOM node, but input value. What is an input value? Input value, when on HTML5, when input value is changing, what been changing on the DOM element is not an attribute, is a property. So we can't listen to a property change, we can only listen to attribute change. So if I want to make this solution better, I will just add event listener to all of the input and do like I did before. Send the change and do the change on the right side also. So that was the end of my live coding. We will go back here, and okay. I want to thank you for letting me enrich your knowledge. You were wonderful. Have a good weekend.
У нас есть время на вопросы. Так что поднимайте руки, вас найдут люди с микрофонами. Так, покажи пример.
Раз, два, три. Hi. Oh, where is Shilo? Where is he?
Oh, we have Q&A.
Yeah, I have a
Oh,
question.
yeah, of course. Just a moment, I'm going up. Wait, okay. Yeah,
Careful.
I didn't know that we have Q&A, so okay, yes.
Okay, I have a question about more the processes in Wix because you showed us how to do watching users.
Yeah?
Do you do it like for a special group or you doing for the whole audience or some part of audience? How do you track them actually?
Okay, actually we are recording most of the session, okay? We use Full Story as the company that do the recording, so we don't have a lot of space. We pay a lot of money for it. We record most of the sessions, and we can filter by action. So I can choose a session by if the user went to this and click on this one, and after he clicked on another button, I can filter the sessions and choose the session by how the flows went. Okay?
So you do it for like some or most of users. You don't create special groups. They'll
No,
do.
we do
Okay.
it for most of the users, and we do it most of new products. If we have new product, we want to understand how the user went with this product. So we record a few sessions, and we can understand by watching it.
Thank you.
No worries. Okay. Oh, it was a good question, so get a duck. I have a lot of ducks. Yes.
Вот там сзади я смотрю, есть парочка людей.
Hi, Shilo. Thank you for-
I can't see you, but I can hear you.
I-
Okay, yeah. I can't hear you. Yeah, now I see you, but I can't hear you. And I can give you a duck, but if you want a duck, it's pretty hard to throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
Yeah.
Thank you for your talk. It was really interesting. And the question is about the performance. There are too many events, there are too many parts of data we want to send to analyze user behavior. And are there any trade-offs how to collect all the data we need to analyze all user behavior and in the same time not make users angry with a lot of with slow performance and with internet usage?
Okay, so it's a very good question. This solution is not optimized. This is a naive solution. So, of course, that we won't send every mouse move, okay? We will do optimization, we will do a throttle, and a lot of things. We won't send each and every action, but if you will optimize it, like send every 500 milliseconds and understand what is the position here and now, it will be much faster. And when you send it not over my local host, okay, it will be much better. But it's a good question. And this thing that I've done is naive way. We should do it much better, but it takes time. Yeah.
Good. Okay, thank you for your talk. And I have one question. I have one question about event propagation and custom event. How did you solve that issue?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
About event propagation and event canceling.
Yeah, so
How do you use it in your code?
So actually, I have it on. This is a long answer. Okay, after I can show you in my GitHub how I solve it. It's not from to this. Basically, I took every event that happened. Okay, just of every event, I created two objects that what happened and what happened after. Okay, every happened being made to the DOM, I like froze every object. It's not to this audience. If you want, I can show you later on the GitHub.